Hey guys, James from SIKKY Manufacturing. Last episode of our project FD RX7, we showed you how much power this thing made on the dyno and talked about taking on its maiden voyage. So this episode I'm going to bring you up to speed. We get to take this bad boy out on the street, run it through its paces, and even tested out the handling of this car, finding more room for upgrades. Alright, maiden voyage on this puppy. Good Lord! You gotta love that acceleration. Find some twisties to go around here. Yeah, it's definitely got a little bit of stock sway bars on it at this point, and I'll tell you right now, feels like it could probably use a little bit of stiffening on the sway bars, especially around some of the sharper turns. A lot of body roll. Yeah. Well, lucky for this FD owner and others, we've got a solution for that. So I think we should take this thing back into the shop and get some SIKKY Sway bars bolted up to this thing, and then we'll take her back out for another run. Alright guys, just got back from the test drive. The car felt absolutely amazing with one small issue. The sway bars are OEM on this RX7, and you can tell big time when going through corners, and just the body roll is excessive for what we want with this car, being that everything else is upgraded, built to the hilt. So last step, we're going to get some SIKKY Sway bars on this thing and tighten up the roll on this car, and then we're going to take it back out for one more ride. Alright, so as you can see, the SIKKY Sway bar is quite a bit beefier, and then also the three-way adjustability versus the factory sway bar. Alright, so now I'm going to attempt to put this SIKKY Sway bar back in the way we removed the OEM one. So you got to work it behind the gas tank straps. I mean, it would be a little easier if I took the wheel off, but for the sake of seeing if I can pull it off, we're going to try it like this. And then you're going to take the provided bolt, put it through the bar, and washer and nut on the backside, and then tighten everything up. All right, don't forget to tighten down your jam nut once everything else is snugged up. Alright, so as you can see, factory bar versus SIKKY bar, pretty big difference in diameter, but even with the diameter difference, there's still the wall thicknesses where we really adjust the spring rate of the bar, and also the three-way adjustable versus the OEM single position. So much better bar for tunability. Slide it up in there, take the provided hardware, make sure you got the washer on there, slide it through, and then use the provided nylon lock nut on the back side. Alright, as I mentioned on the other side, this bushing right here slides in and out of this aluminum arm, so just when you start off, just get it in here and give it a little push, pop it in a little bit. Start these provided bolts to get these brackets into position. Put the metal brackets on, ready to lift it up. We're going to run in the middle hole for this setup. We're going to slide that through, and then we're going to take the nylon lock nut and install that on the inside. The washer and the nut on, and tighten everything down. Alright, so last step, we're going to tighten this jam nut up on each side. These sway bars installed. Take it through a couple more turns here and see what it's all about. Oh yeah, much more responsive on turn-in. Keeps the car nice and flat. Definitely help keeping that traction where we need it going through the turns and those tires planted on the ground. So overall, outstanding improvement to the handling of the car. excellent torque out of this thing. Nice flat torque band. You can feel this thing just wants to pull all the way. Even clicking it into fourth, stepping on the gas, it just wants to shit and get. So real happy with the power. This thing's pulling amazing and nice smooth idle when we aren't shifting. So couldn't be happier with the tune at this point. But good stuff. Is dialed. I mean, this car just sits and just grips up and goes. Definitely putting all that power to the ground. So, all right, guys, that's a wrap on this episode of the FD RX7 build series. The car not only looks amazing, now we've proven that it handles and drives amazing too. So, what a beast! Couldn't be happier with the way this build turns out. Got a few button-up things to do, some little tweaks, and then it's going to be headed off to its future and final home. So we're going to be bummed to see this thing go, but it's going to be nice to close this chapter of the FD turnkey build. If you guys want to check this thing out in person, make sure you come to the SIKKY Block Party 2018 on September 22nd, where we're going to reveal this thing and have it out in the open so everybody can see it, see what it's all about.